The onset of Cha-Cha music means one thing and one thing only, everybody. It is Fiesta Friday, and we are so glad to have you along for the ride. Hafa, I'm Jason Salas. Thank you for staying with us. Well, we are just a few scant days away from the beginning of the 2016 Festival of Pacific Arts, and Oya and Amanda are here, and they are two of the many people whose responsibilities include planning, logistics, executing the plan, trying to stay sane, I would assume. Oya, I've been talking to you a lot in a few days and everything like that. Kudos to you and your staff, basically, for doing such a fine job and for managing to,
oh my gosh,
keep it together.
Thank you so much. We obviously we don't do it alone. We have the governor who's constantly supporting us, encouraging us. We were just in a meeting with him this afternoon, and he was like, "Hey guys, you guys are doing great. Let's do this. Let's keep going." Because he wants to make sure that the people of Guam are proud of the show that we put on in less than 72 hours. Mm-hmm. So just wanting to make sure that we get the support we need. And we are. We've got Rose Ramsey who's kind of guiding and leading this sort of charge forward, and we have all these different agencies who've really stepped up, to either do transportation, logistics, helping to bring food to our guests who are at the schools, making sure that the schools are ready for our guests. And it's just, there's no one person or even one agency that could have done this on their own.
Well, and the event that basically set this all off was, Amanda, the absolutely stunning, the arrival of the canoes like a couple days ago and everything like that. Everybody saw the still pictures that were being, shared on social media, the compelling video that was going around and everything. Tell me how that was, for you as someone to just witness that and, actually experience and see your plans come to fruition and actually see it happen.
For me, it was very emotional just to see everything coming together, and then knowing that this Sunday we're having the opening ceremony. We'll see more of the boats come in. I believe Guam, Australia, Palau, CNMI, and FSM also will be having their vessels coming in as well. And it's just really exciting. It was like a preview of what yet to come. And a lot of people describe it as the Olympics, of cultural events. And understandably, I think the only difference really, aside from the sporting events, is that that FestPac isn't really a competition. FestPac is all about unity. And that's what you see. You're going to have more than 24 Pacific Island nations coming together, 3,000 delegates and guests from all over the world. So it's a really big deal, and it's really exciting to have it on Guam. And it's a great opportunity for us to showcase everything we have and get to know our brothers and sisters of the Pacific. So it's a great thing. And
Oya, I like how you guys are kind of, I don't want to say borrowing the concept of the opening ceremonies, but in the spirit of, I guess is the better way to do that, because it's not just, okay, all the teams and all the delegates are here, shake, 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 and welcome, let's get this started. It's a very proper and very dignified beginning to FestPac, which is a multi-day event. It's everybody coming together, as Amanda said, sharing, learning from each other, celebrating, enjoying this together and everything. And that's going to happen at the Paseo on Sunday. So what have you guys got planned?
So there's going to be this great, amazing group of kids and adults from Guam who will be doing this really wonderful performance. And I think some people may have seen little snippets of it, because people would sneak into the Paseo Stadium during rehearsals.
Spoiler alert.
I know. So I'm like, but they've got this really great performance, that I think everyone is going to enjoy, and really does kind of encaptures the entire the history and the culture of Guam and the Chamorro people, and it props it up. And I think that's what's so awesome about this. And it reminds you that it's really important to know where you come from, and because you can't chart your way forward if you don't know, if you're not anchored somewhere. And so that's just really awesome to see. And then we're going to have the Parade of Nations. So we'll have other folks, all of our dignitaries and all of our guest countries will also have an opportunity to share a little bit of what we're going to see in the next 2 weeks of FestPac. And so that'll be great. It'll be about a 3-4 hour show. So just encouraging everyone to come prepared for the long haul.
And what everybody's seeing on social media now, again, with the interviews you guys have been doing and the stories that you've been doing, everybody's saying it's like, wow, I've always been proud to be Guamanian or Palauan or from the FSM or Australian, and they're like, I've just felt so much more cultural and national pride because of this, and I can't wait to go out and represent my home.
Right. I was telling the governor, I said, everyone here on Guam, right, everyone's kind of walking with a little bit of a spring in their step, because you're kind of Benedictine, so you're kind of proud of the fact that FestPac is shaping up, and And so far, everyone who's come, the delegation representatives, they've just been so supportive actually throughout this entire process. And they've been really encouraging because, they, especially Palau, Solomon Islands, those who've done this before, they know the type of stress that comes with the territory of hosting SPC. So they've been really encouraging, and we've really appreciated their support. But in addition to that, it's just the spirit with which everyone is coming together, and like you can feel it now, because now the delegations are coming in, so you're seeing everyone get more excited. You're seeing everyone, just get to know one another, create friendships. For many of us, this is our first FestPac. So that's a really cool thing.
So Amanda, now let's talk about some of the ground rules that have to be laid, because there are so many people there and this is going to be such a big cultural event. Parking has been meticulously planned and strategized and everything like that. Tell me about how people can get to and from the various events.
Well, there's a few designated parking areas. We know that there's going to be tons of people who want to join in the opening ceremonies. We have parking designated Teason Parkway, I believe the lot next to Lolly Center, the Department of Land Management lot. It's where most people park during the parade, I would say. There's also parking, help me out here.
Agania Heights across from Government House.
Out of Loop as well.
And then there were, our military friends, also asked if we could have like a shuttle bus, because all of these parking areas are going to have a shuttle bus going to and from every 20 to 30 minutes. So, our military friends asked, hey, would it be possible? And we said, absolutely. So we have a shuttle bus that's also going to be going to Naval Hospital. So if you have military ID, you can park in there, and then you'll have to walk back out because the drop off and the pickup spot for the shuttle bus is just outside of the gate. But we'll be there. There's also going to be one at Teason, the Teason Parkway or Teason lot area right across Cars Plus. And again, you'll have like huge banners, well, maybe not huge, but they'll have banners so people will know for sure that they're at the right place.
Absolutely. Okay, now let's talk about what kind of materials people, probably more to the point, should not bring, because people are thinking, can I bring food and drink? Can I bring various types of recording equipment, cameras, video cameras, phones, and everything like that? What do the rules say?
Well, what's great about FestPac and even at the opening ceremony is we're going to have vendors. These are our partners who've helped us put this together, or who are going to help us, make FestPac a wonderful success. And we're going to have vendors within Paseo. They'll be selling food and some drinks. So we're asking people, not to bring in outside food. But we also are going to have, a lot of people in there, as you said. It's going to be a huge crush, and you want to be able to make sure that people are safe and no one gets hurt. So those long selfie sticks, we're asking people not to bring those.
So no monopods, everybody.
Yeah, and then we also have. We wanted to ask folks not to bring in the coolers. It just kind of goes with the no outside food thing, and then the backpacks. This is going to be a very secured area, because when you have that many heads of state, in one location, it does become a security issue. And so, our local police, GPD, shout out to Chief J.I. and his men in blue and women in blue. They've been working very closely with the military, with the feds, FBI, and Secret Service. So they'll be all out there in full force. And so they're asking, no backpacks. If they find a bag, if you do bring in a bag, don't leave it like unattended, kind of like at the airport.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they'll kind of have an issue with that. And if they do, then they'll probably want to talk to you just to make sure that everything's on the up and up.
Okay. Well, Amanda, I've got a question about the lodging and accommodations right now, because of course some of our Pacific brothers and sisters arrived a little bit early, and public schools are being used to house them. How's that going so far?
Rose Ramsey and our team are doing a great job of making the accommodations happen. Guam's culture, we have great hospitality and everything, and definitely I think that really shined through with all of this. So the arrangements have been made, and we're very excited to have everybody come in. Like, we just welcomed the Cook Islands this morning. They had a great performance at the airport. I'm sure everybody enjoyed it, kind of a sneak peek. So I like to see it as these people coming early are just so excited to be a part of this cultural event, but it's definitely being taken care of.
Okay, probably final question before we head out and let you ladies get back to work is, what's been the number one question that you have been asked more than anything, maybe from just, you know, the average passerby to dignitaries, or, you know, even your boss, like what's the governor saying? He's like, well, you know, what's been the most asked piece of feedback?
I think it's how is FestPac on Guam? How are we different from other FestPac festivals? And I think the answer to that is the people. You know, we are on Guam. We're a remarkable community. You know, we have, you know, at the very center, core, you have the indigenous Chamorro people who've welcomed their arms, opened their arms and welcomed, you know, such a huge diversity of folks. And I think we've all come together to create this beautiful sort of hodgepodge of cultures and traditions. You know, and it's very unique to Guam. You know, so there's a lot that we have to share. There's a lot that we have to offer. Also, something that we're kind of, you know, proud to brag about a little bit is, as you know, we talked about social media being a big part of this, and I think this is going to be the first FestPac, just because technology has kind of caught up with us, where we're able to kind of really share a lot. So I know KUAM is going to be doing live streaming on YouTube.
Yep.
You know, we'll be doing some, you know, live streaming. We've got folks who are going to be doing, you know, little clips of different performances, not just during the opening or closing ceremonies, but throughout. So even if you're not able to join or to participate in, you know, Wednesday's performance at University of Guam, you'll probably see, you know, a clipping of it. So, you know, you'll always be able to see it, you'll always be able to be a part of it, thanks to technology.
All right. Well, and thanks to you guys, because I mean, it takes a lot of human effort to put this together. So we are absolutely, you know, in your debt to get it done.
We just hope we make the people of Guam proud.
All right. Well, you've done a fantastic job today, both of you, and the people you represent. So thank you. And we'll see you there. We'll see you at the opening ceremonies. Can't wait. Please stay tuned, everyone. We are back.